Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to Volume 2 in our series on fretboard basics for the guitar. I'm going to assume that you are fully aware of the content in Volume 1 of this series, that you now know all of the note names on the 5th string, the A string of the guitar, right through to the 12th fret, and that you can play an A chromatic scale right up to the 12th fret using alternate picking as was demonstrated in Volume 1. If that's not the case, please stop this tutorial now and go back and master the content in Volume 1. It'll just be incredibly confusing if you're not on top of that tutorial, because we're going to push ahead quickly in Volume 2 and look at all of the notes on the remaining strings of the guitar. So let's start now with the first string of the guitar, the skinniest string, the thinnest string. That's the note E. So when we're on fret 0 or open, the first string of the guitar is the note E. So an E chromatic scale will be E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E. So again, we struck the occurrence of the E and the F being one fret apart, and the B and the C also being 1 fret apart. We're going to strike that all over the guitar. That's a foundation principle in music, that B and C and E and F are a semitone apart as they naturally occur in music. Every other alphabet note, be it A to B or C to D or F to G, is a tone apart or 2 frets apart. So let's go through one more time the E chromatic scale on the first string of the guitar. E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E. Now you may have to stop this video and work on that for however long it takes till you can do like I'm doing, just play and say at the same time. Now we're immediately going to shift to the 6th string of the guitar, which is also called E. It is in fact 2 octaves lower than our first string, because we have an E on our 4th string. That's 1 octave down, and then if we compare that octave, that note, to that note, that's another octave. So the first string and the 6th string on the guitar are naturally 2 octaves apart. However, the note names on the 6th string of the guitar are identical to the first. We will simply be playing an E chromatic scale 2 octaves lower than what we've just played. But let's do it. E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Try and play along with me and say the notes as we play them. Okay, let's go. E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E. So hopefully you're, understanding the concept. Once you can play one chromatic scale, you can play all of them, because you get used to the sequence of notes there. It's the same sequence, it's just a different starting point. So we'll now move to the 2nd string on the guitar, which is the B string. So we will play a B chromatic scale. Okay, that will be B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B. Okay, try that with me. Ready? Let's go. B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E, F, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B. So physically, playing the chromatic scale on any of the open strings, it's the same feeling in our left hand, it's the same picking in our right hand. You can either just do all down strokes, but do get it to the point where you can alternate pick comfortably that scale. Okay, so it's really just a mental challenge. It's more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge, just to make sure you get the note names right. Okay, so we move to the 3rd string on the guitar, that's the G string. Okay, so G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E, F sharp G. So again, we found B and C and E and F side by side. The great thing about the language of music is it's very consistent and it's very simple once you get your mind around the basic concepts. Let's play the G chromatic scale again. Give it a go with me now. Okay, ready? Let's go. G, G sharp A sharp B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E, F sharp G. Okay, we move on to the fourth string of the guitar, which is D. So we'll have D, D sharp E, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C sharp D. We'll do that one more time. Try and play along with me if you can. Okay, let's go. D, D sharp E, F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, C sharp D. Now the only string left is A, and we covered that in volume 1, but just to complete this series, let's do the A chromatic scale in this session now. You should be really on top of this one. Okay, A sharp B, C sharp D, D sharp E, F sharp G, G sharp A. Now at that point in time you have played every possible note on the 6 strings of the guitar right through to the 12th fret of the guitar, which is the first octave, so one full octave of each of the 6 strings, and you have spoken the name of the note as you've played it. Now in the next tutorial we're going to play a note name game, which is really going to put you to the test as to just how well you really do know those notes right on your 6 strings and your 12 frets of the guitar. Remember, depending on whether you have a cutaway guitar, so this is a Maton acoustic guitar, a beautiful guitar made here in Australia, but it has quite a significant cutaway here, which lets me play right up to the highest fret on the guitar on all the strings, even though it's very difficult there. Many guitars will join at the 12th fret, which means it's going to be almost impossible to play beyond the octave. So if you've got a standard Spanish style acoustic guitar, you'll find that the body of the guitar will join right up here. So instead of this guitar, which is joining at the 14th fret here on the top side, many guitars join on the 12th fret, both top and bottom. So as far as these tutorials go, we're not going to explore playing beyond the 12th fret. We don't need to complete our chromatic scales. But just realise that it's the same concept. If your guitar does let you play higher up, you can expand those chromatic scales as far up as your guitar will let you play. Okay, I hope that's been of some help to you. Please go over this video as many times as you need to. I've walked through the strings quite quickly, but I've done that deliberately because if you've done the homework from that first volume 1 in our series on the A string, as we found out, once you know the notes in one chromatic scale, it's just a matter of starting the new chromatic scale at a different start point. The notes in an A chromatic scale are identical to an E chromatic scale or a B or a G or a D. It's just we're starting at that point in the 12 semitone chromatic scale series. So please pause, go back, go over it, but try and get to the point when you can play along with me, saying the names of the notes as we both play together. I hope that's been of help. As always, keep in touch through my website, www.brianhayes.biz. That's B-I-Z. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop me an email if you have any basic questions on the guitar and chromatic notes and note names. The main thing is put the time in, because knowing the notes on your fretboard is a unique position amongst many guitar players. Many people say, oh, I don't want to know the notes, it'll hurt my music. Really, that doesn't cut it. As you know, we're in 2016, moving on to 2017 at the time I'm recording this video. You know, if you play the cello or the violin or the saxophone or the trumpet or the piano, you're expected to know the names of the notes on your instrument, to be able to read music and just be able to play along with other players without sitting there for 4 hours trying to tell someone that, you know, what the notes that you played there, and you're looking at them and grinning at them and trying to say, well, I don't know what I'm playing, but watch me. Okay, no, it's not on. You really do need to know the notes on your guitar to be a good musician. And those players who do play without reading music and without knowing the notes, most times they'll say to you that they wish they did, when they were younger, put in the time to actually learn their guitar from top to bottom, and you know, they probably would have been able to make even better music with just the knowledge of the basic knowledge of the fretboard and to interact with other musicians. Okay, we'll leave it at that now. Please keep an eye out for Volume 3, the note name game. It's a fun way to test yourself as to how well you're going on the 6 strings and 12 frets of the guitar. Bye for now.